All right, yo, YouTube, what's going on? Today we reconvene. We're back here with Ronan, my dog. Glad to have you back on the channel. First video ever was with Ronan, so we're coming back like 8 months later and just kind of seeing where he's at, tell us a little bit more about his story. So yeah, bro, if you want to let the people know, like, just tell us about you, like what you do, how much money you make.
So as you guys know, I was the first guy to come on Michael's YouTube channel and talk a little bit about my journey, where I've been. But to kind of start things off, last year I was in between jobs, didn't really know what I was doing. I was in my junior year of college, and my girlfriend was studying abroad in Europe. And I saw a video of Michael on my For You page, and he's like, here's how you guys are going to make, X amount of money in 30 days in times for Valentine's Day to get your special someone something special. And I was like, dang, like I need to pull myself together. I need to figure something out. My girlfriend's abroad. I really want to go fly out to see her. But I'm like, how? At the time I was 20 years old. Right now I'm 21. I was like, how on earth am I going to afford to fly all the way out and visit my girlfriend? Saw Michael's video. Gave it a try. I joined Stay Viral. I put my head down. I stayed consistent. And within my first month, I cleared $10,000. This is a story that I told before. I flew out all the way to Europe, got to go to 2 different countries. And then I went back a few months later because I just had enough money to just cover it, which was so crazy. My girlfriend was super excited and we had a great time. Definitely a memory for the books. But yeah, that's kind of where we left off at. And a lot has changed since then. As you know, Stay Viral has really grown. I think when I was a member, there was only like 80 people, 100 people. Now there's like 3,000. But yeah, guys, I've just stayed consistent. And I show up every day, and it's a community that I plan to be a part of forever. And with that consistency, I'm going to clear 6 figures this year as a 21-year-old profit, which is actually insane. Like the other year, I probably made like $5,000 or something the whole year. So that's a pretty big jump. And I have gotten a lot of brand deals. That's one thing that's really huge, and I think is what has set Stay Viral apart and my journey apart is, truth be told, TikTok Shop is crazy, but you're gonna have bad months. Bad months happen, and that's okay. And that's why it's really good to get hooked up with 6-7 figure brands that you can, 6-7 figure brands that will pay you monthly retainers for your posts. So you're posting 30 videos, you get $1,000. You get $2,000 just for posting those videos, and then you get commissions on top of that. So it's a really great way to not put all your eggs in one basket. And I think that is really what's expedited my journey and allowed me to do the things that I've been doing this year.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I'm so stoked for you. I can't believe all that, honestly. Incredible journey, and you came so far so fast. But I want to give you guys like a little bit more back context on kind of like how we started and just like Ronan finding us, just so you understand the full story. So prior to this year, like mid 2023 to about all the way through like 2024, early 2024, I was doing affiliate marketing. And this is prior to TikTok Shop. So I was just working with brands, putting product links in my description for all of my TikTok posts, and just selling these brands products and earning commissions via that. And that was like the single business model that had changed my life. I tried like drop shipping, Amazon FBA, stocks, NFTs, like what everyone does, you know what I mean? You're on this hamster wheel of like testing a million business models. So stumbled across this and like really quickly found success. My first month, just like Ronan, I cleared 10 grand profit. Second month, 15, and so on and so forth. Got all the way up to 30 grand a month just as an affiliate. So I realized like we're on the cusp of like a huge opportunity where it's just like there's infinite growth for anyone really with this. And so a little bit later on, after doing that, TikTok Shop released, which essentially broke the internet as far as affiliate marketing goes, because you're able to just have a streamlined checkout all on one page. There's no friction in the funnel, and it just makes like conversion rates and selling products so much easier. So that's when Stay Viral really came to fruition. Ronan joined the program. And then if you guys want to hear more about his original story, you guys can watch the old YouTube video. I'll link it somewhere on here. But like he said, the last year, a lot has changed. We have over 3,000 community members, and just a lot of lives have been changed. So you recently just bought a new car, right?
Yeah, I actually was just thinking about pulling out the keys. So because of Stay Viral, because of the consistency, because of TikTok Shop, I just bought an AMG at 21 years old, which is just so crazy, guys. Like earlier this year, I was driving a 2011 Toyota Camry. So I'd say that's a pretty good upgrade. It still doesn't feel real. Like, I just can't wrap my head around the fact that I was able to do this and not do this stupidly. I did it comfortably. Like, I made sure that I hit a lot of metrics before I got this car. I wasn't just like, oh, I barely scraped by, time to get the car. I was put in a financially stable position where I can afford this car, and even if everything went terribly, I have enough saved up to get the car, pay off the car, so everything's good. And it's just such an amazing feeling, and I really just got to give props to Michael. Like, because of this guy, I have this car, and I've been able to do all the awesome things that I've done this year. Sure, bro. So just crazy stuff.
Yeah. So I want to kind of talk a little bit more, like last time we really talked about your story. I want to talk more about like the business model itself for like anyone who wants to get started, right? Like, you're probably, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're testing out new business models. You're exploring the waters. You're seeing like what's possible with making money online. First things first, I want to tell all of you guys, like, I constantly get called like a scammer, and people think that this isn't real and they think that it's all fake. When you have someone live here who is telling you like, listen, it's as real as it fucking gets, you guys. I want to tell you that, like, just from the source itself, this is as real as it gets. Yep. We have helped, I can't even really fathom the amount of people now that we've helped clear $10,000 a month. And it's because, like I said, this is such a like foolproof business model. And I don't want to sit here and like make this a hard sales pitch, like, yo, join, stay viral, you need to start affiliate marketing. Yep. But I just want to show you guys what is possible. So like, what would you say like sets, I guess, affiliate marketing apart from like other industries, right? With like drop shipping, you're making stores, you're taking products from nothing to something. Like, what would you say is like one of the biggest stand aparts and why it's such an easy thing to get your foot in the door with?
Yeah, that's a great question. So before this, I tried drop shipping for about a month. So it wasn't something that I did for a while, but I just remember how much of a process it was and how stressed out I would be. I'd be like, okay, I have to make this website. And then I was like, should I promote the product first and hope that the video goes viral and then I make the website, but then the video's viral, there's no website up and I'm missing out on sales? Or should I make the website first and then I spend a month posting this product that doesn't go anywhere? I spend money on a domain, spend all my time making this website, and then you have to figure out the shipping, make sure, the product gets to the person. And honestly, the shipping times are terrible. Like, you're doing some crummy shipping. You get chargebacks, you have to deal with refunds. There's just so many things to it. And so seeing what affiliate marketing can do, where all you're doing is you're just the face, you're the person behind the camera talking about the product. Somebody buys it from your link, whether it's in your bio on Instagram or TikTok or from the TikTok shop. And that's all you do. You just make videos. There's really nothing else to it. You don't have to deal with the shipping. You don't have to deal with making the product, making the website, all the other steps. You don't have to deal with the refund. So it's such an easy business model to get started, and it teaches you so many things. And I think when you really stay consistent with this business model, there's so many other doors that open up, like creating your own brand. I know that that's something that I'm going to be working on here soon. Managing other brands. There's just so many options. It's not just making videos. There's a lot that you can do with it.
100%. Yeah. And another thing too is like, kind of like he was saying with drop shipping, you're taking a product from literally nothing. Like, you're going to go find some cheap Chinese product. You're going to upcharge for it. It's probably not worth the customer's money for what they're getting. You're paying $30 for some like $5 product on AliExpress. With affiliate guys, you're, like he said, you're working with 7 to 8 figure brands that are like well established. They have good products. They have a bunch of reviews already. So it's just you becoming the face of these products, and it makes it such a simple way to just get exposure, right? Like, you're not reinventing the wheel and taking something from nothing and turning it into something. It's literally just like, hey, this is a product that people love already. Like, for example, one of our biggest brands is black seed oil. People love black seed oil already. All you have to do is go tap into angles for winning black seed videos and things of that nature. So it makes it just super, super simple. And like you said as well, the growth opportunities that come alongside that. Like, we're working with huge company owners who, high value people, and you get to learn so much about their back end systems, how they run their businesses, just the good things to learn with business, like outside of just making content, and like Ronan said, just like scaling this to more than just being a content affiliate. Because obviously at some point, like, you're going to make enough content and you're going to have enough money saved away where you're like, okay, there's higher leverage things I can be doing, which is like making a brand, taking equity in brands, managing brands. So that's really why I emphasize affiliate outside of these other business models. Because, like, for example, with dropshipping, you're on this hamster wheel, literally you're running a full business, fulfilling orders, making websites, running ads, dealing with chargebacks, customer service. Like, at some point, you're going to have to hire a VA. At what expense? Because at the end of the day, like, that's not an exitable business. Unless you have some custom order dropshipping product, like, it's not an exitable business where you can go 5 years down the line, liquidate like a few million, 10 million cash for that business. So that's why I say, guys, affiliate marketing. But I want to keep diving into like the actual core of it. So what do you think sets like good affiliates apart from bad affiliates? Like, why do you think you saw so much success with your content? What are the things that you do with your content? Favorite content styles, like things of that nature? Tell us through it.
Yeah. So honestly, guys, don't reinvent the wheel. I see a lot of people come in and they try and do stuff that I've never seen before. Now, I don't want to say creativity is bad because it's not a bad thing, but I see way too many people go way off on their own realm. What's cool about this is all the information you need is from a guy like Michael, who sets up the framework on how you can go viral, and then just watching other successful creators on TikTok Shop. So, I mean, you can see somebody do a video and you can replicate it, but I think getting down to the nitty gritty of it all, storytelling is huge. Telling a story and being able to like engage your viewer. One thing that I always tell people who are new and that I'm trying to help out is don't sound like you're doing an infomercial. Like, guys, you really need this and it's going to solve this problem for you. Yeah. And then people just know that they're getting sold immediately. So what's fun about this is you get to tell cool stories, say some fun stuff. You can add some controversy, add in some jokes. You can make fun of yourself. There's so many cool things that you can do. And I think what made me successful is, just staying consistent as well. I think a lot of people, the journey's different for everybody. Some people are going to make 10K their first month. Some people are going to make 1,000 their first month. Some people maybe 20,000. It's just, there's a lot of different ways, but ultimately it starts to compound upon itself. And I was just talking to somebody about this recently, where now that I've been doing this for 10 months, I'll check my income for, the first 3 days, the first week of the month. And I'm like, oh, there's already $5,000 that have come in. Where did that come from? And it just kind of is money coming from work I did in the past. So that's what's cool about this is even when I do have bad months, I'm so like deep into it now that it's not a bad month because I'm covered for what I did last month and the month before that. Everything just kind of builds on top of itself. So the longer you stay consistent with this, the more return you'll see.
Yeah, your videos are almost like assets. It's like you post a video and just because it goes viral for 1 month doesn't mean the next month it's not going to keep going viral and keep generating you sales. Like same thing with me. I was just like fucking around on TikTok Shop in like August. You remember I posted that one video. It's gone up to like 5 million views now. Didn't even try, bro. I saw some viral framework. I copied the framework. And still to this day, like as of current day, if I was to pull my phone out, there's still sales coming in from that video 4 months down the line. And it's literally just like this compound interest thing on these accounts where it's like post a video, the views don't stop coming in, essentially is where I'm going with this. It's not like a live stream where you're sitting there and telling people like, guys, you have to hit that button now. It's a compound interest thing. So the more videos you post, the more consistent you are with this, the more the money compounds. And it's just like having an asset, essentially. I mean, obviously, TikTok's not an asset. You can always get your account taken down. But if that account is in good standing, it's an asset for the time being.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up because I had a video that I posted back in August. It's at about 4.2 million views right now. I'm still making sales from that video every single day. And then what's really cool is what also sets us apart from something like drop shipping is, there's the organic drop shipping route and then there's the paid ads route. You don't have to worry about that. This is organic. If you want ads, if you do decently well, you don't even have to be a star. Brands will run paid ads on your video that are targeted towards people that are going to buy. And what's super cool and the whole asset portion of this is you get a few banger videos on your account. Ads are running. Those videos will go for months and months and months and just pull in more and more money just endlessly. It's crazy. Yeah.
And something else I want to touch on when he was talking about like storytelling and just like having fun with it. Like, first of all, it really is a fun thing to do. Like, we were just in Target filming skits. Like, you just talk shit. It's really all you do. Like, you get a little bit creative, you talk some shit, and you have some fun with your friends, and like you can make a ton of money. It's incredible. But on top of that is the competition. Like, so many people, I think it's a big misconception. Dude, it's kind of raining. Yeah. But anyways, I think it's a big misconception that like TikTok's oversaturated. Like, I think a lot of people see it now that it's been around for about a year and some change. They're like, dude, I'm never gonna get on there and make money. And the God honest truth, like you said, is so many people get on there and they're making like straight infomercials. Like, guys, if you want to join Stay Viral, click the link down below. Like, no one ever is going to purchase anything off of you or like want to be inclined to make a purchase off of a video like that. So your competition, as you might think like, oh man, there's so many affiliates. If you can just understand like the few little strategies where it's like indirectly telling someone to buy a product, like you tell a story, you introduce a problem, explain how this product is the bridge to that solution. Because at the end of the day with anything, guys, like a little sales tip for all of you is you're always selling a result. You're not going to sell the product directly. Like I'm not going to be like, oh, you should buy this product because it's the best on the market and it does these benefits for you. The best way to show is through like live experience. Like, you know, guys, I can't believe this happened to me. The most embarrassing thing just happened. I was at the store. I got called out for X, Y, and Z. I never realized that like having high cortisol did this to me. You know, you're telling a story where people can resonate, and it's like, it's just fun to get creative like that. Like I really just enjoy doing it, and I think all these affiliates do as well. Yeah. And that's just something that I want to really emphasize is like your competition is so much slimmer than you really think. Because like, here's an example. 100 people start TikTok Shop. Out of those 100, 50 will probably execute. Out of those 50, 25 will start to see progress. And then out of those 25, maybe 10 will go on to actually like make something happen and earn income with it. So if you look at it at a broad scale like that, it's like, there's not that many people taking this super seriously and going super hard. And to take this seriously, like what would you say your average like work hours is a day? Like taking it seriously, making 30 grand a month as an affiliate.
No, I mean, the work is so minimal, guys, and take that as somebody who, you know, has other work experience and stuff where you're slaving away like endlessly. It's really nothing. Like I'll wake up, I'll go outside, I film like 3 videos and I'm good to go. I mean, just like a few hours out of the day. And you can do it anywhere. I mean, what was super cool is you know, I mentioned that I traveled at the beginning of the video, and that is kind of what initially got me, you know, really interested in wanting to do this. And it was kind of a milestone that I had for myself, is I really want to make enough money to travel. I was still working out there while I was traveling, and most people can't do that. A lot of us are anchored down to our jobs at a physical location, brick and mortar. You can post videos anywhere. I was in Hawaii. I went to Hawaii over summer, and I was able to have a great time because of Stay Viral, because of affiliate marketing, because of TikTok Shop and my consistency. And I was still working out there, but I was having a great time. I wasn't like, oh, I got to do work. I was like, oh, sick. Like I get to film some cool videos with the beach in the background and with my friends and stuff. And then I was in Switzerland. I was filming there. So that's another great thing about this, is it's a mobile business. I mean, you're doing it from your phone. You're doing it with the products in your hand. So it doesn't matter where you are or how busy of a schedule you may have. You may have a job that's really busy. You know, you can do this at 3 a.m. if you want to. You could do it at 6 a.m. You could do it at noon. It doesn't really matter.
It shows you how like really like fake time and money is to some extent. Like,
exactly.
If you post a video at 3 a.m., like you could wake up and very well have printed like $1,000 in 12 hours off of that video.
Exactly. I actually remember the first time that I made $1,000 in one day. It was back in February when I first started. I made a few videos. I think it was like my 12th video in on my TikTok Shop account, my 12th video in, and I go to sleep. The video gets like 3,000 views. I'm like, oh man, like this isn't the one. So that's another thing. You never know, guys. Videos can blow up later down the line.
Yeah, do not delete your post.
Yeah, do not delete your post. I posted this video. It was a sink strainer, like a kitchen sink strainer. I posted the video like 2 days, and it got to like 3,500 views and just kind of peaked there. And I'm like, oh, like time for the next one. And I go to sleep, and then I wake up and I check my balance, and it's like $1,000. And I was like, what? I was like, it's 8 a.m. and I made $1,000. I was freaking out, and I'm like, damn. I was like, we're so going on this trip now. Flew out to visit my girlfriend. I called my friend, I called Michael, I told everybody. And from that one video, I just kept having $1,000 days from that video, just day after day. And I was still posting my other videos, getting money from that. But at that point, that video became like a passive income asset.
100%.
Yeah.
And it kind of turns you into a workaholic to some extent, because like a traditional job, right? Like you go, you work your 9 to 5, you take the weekend off, and then it's like, okay, cool, I have my weekend, like I'm not going to work anymore. With this, when you see money coming in the door, that's why it's beautiful. Like you go travel wherever you want, but you're going to be addicted to the work. Like, okay, I'm on vacation, but I'm still going to go post 3 videos. It's going to take me an hour, and you're still going to be making money. Like there's genuinely nothing like this. I'm telling you guys, like I've tried so many business models, and when you only have to focus on one skill, like making content, for example, once you get it down, once you understand like your groove and like, hey, when I tell these scripts or when I focus on this style, I'm going to start making a lot of money. That's when it just becomes so fun, and you become a full-blown workaholic. And, you know, it's a good thing, in my opinion. Like, obviously take your days off, but it's a great thing to work 7 days a week. Like, you have money coming in the door every single day of the week, and you become rich off TikTok, really. Like, that's the best way to say it. Yeah. And it's just incredible to see, like, Ronan's progression, our other students' progression. There's genuinely nothing like TikTok Shop affiliate. Yeah. So I want to ask you, like, outside of Stay Viral, outside of like working with the community, what would you say like the best practice is to just like get your feet off the ground, start making money with this? Because I'm sure some people hear this and they're like, I want to start TikTok Shop affiliate, like what's the best way to start, even like outside of brand deals?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, guys, I think one of the biggest things, and I was watching a video on this last night, and it kind of pertains to trying so many different things, is you just have to like make a commitment to yourself. It's really a personal thing where I was like, okay, like, it's me, myself, and I, and am I going to let myself down? No. And so I just went in and I made a commitment and I worked hard at it. I don't think there's any like secret recipe necessarily. It's just staying consistent, and like it's that easy. It's the same thing with anything else in life. It's like you're not just going to wake up one day and then become a master at it. So that's why you have to invest your money and your time to make more money and time. And take that from someone who I happen to grow up in an area where I know some pretty affluent people, and every single one of them told me like, Ronan, you're not going to get anywhere just thinking that like get rich quick, like, magically and not.
The biggest misconception.
Exactly. Like you guys have to put in a bit of time, but the time compared to other things is ridiculous. Like 10 months ago, I had nothing. Like I really didn't have anything. And now I'm up. Yeah, literally. But so it's a good mixture between like, if anybody tells you that you're going to do this and tomorrow you're going to be set for life, bro, like that's not true. But at the same time, you don't have to, slave away endlessly for years and years and years to be comfortable. And I think that this is a really good balance of that. There's just, it's so perfect. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I don't have words for it. I'm still just like, feel like I'm like dreaming, like this isn't real, but it is real. And
something good to emphasize with it is like, a big misconception with business and like online business is you see people like us and we talk about it and it might sound like it's so easy. I think the best way to say it is like, it's simple, but it's not easy, right? Like it's a very straightforward model where you're filming videos, you're promoting brands, products. But with anything that you try, if you want to go become a day trader, if you want to go be a drop shipper, which I don't recommend, but if you want to go do any of that, there's going to be a natural learning curve. You're going to have to learn how to make a website, or you're going to have to learn how to make content. And if you can just get through that like period where I always talk about this, like eating shit, you have to like eat shit with business, where it's like, there's going to be a couple, like Ronan, you got really lucky. I'm not going to lie. First like 2 weeks you banged, but there is going to be a period, like for example, one of our guys, Aiden, if you're watching this, Aiden, we love you.
Yeah, bro. Aiden.
But he's been putting the work in, bro, every single day, 3 videos a day. And like, to be completely honest, like his first like month and a half was seeing like very, very, very little success and was just like really struggling. He's like, Michael, like I really just want to stop. Now fast forward, we're like 3 months into him being a content creator. Like, bro, he is railing views. Right now, we're gonna be honest, like TikTok Shop conversions are weird with products. Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's getting the eyeballs. He understands how to make the content now. And this kid is like, I'm telling you, in 6 months from now, he's going to be sitting here too. And we're going to have like a crazy sit down with him. Same thing, bought his dream car, hundreds of thousands in the bank. Like there's just nothing like it where you can put your head down for like 3 to 6 months, focus on one skill, eat shit for a little bit, and then it just pays you infinite dividends in the future. Because once you learn, like all you have to do is learn the skill. Once you learn the skill, that's it. Anything outside of that is just like scaling, getting better at making content, working with more brands, finding better products. And then you just have this like complete freedom and you create this like kind of passive life for yourself where, it's like, it's weird when people ask me like what I do for a living. I'm like, you see those videos on TikTok? Yeah. You're like, you're like, you see those videos on TikTok? They're like, what? How do you drive this car? Like what? And yeah, it's an incredible business model.
Yeah. And as Michael was saying, guys, like, yeah, I definitely did get a little lucky in the beginning. And like, sure, like I did kind of know what I was doing because I like locked in so hard at the beginning and I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And I had that deadline. It's really nice when you have goals as two guys. Like I have a vision board in my room and I have like my next goal always. When you don't have a goal, like you don't know where you want to go. So have an avenue of like what you're striving for. And that kind of helped me lock in. Obviously, I did get a little lucky in the beginning, but I did have a little portion for like 2 months where I was just like, what is going on? Like nothing is working. And Michael will remember, like I called him up one day and I said the words like, I'm ready to throw in the towel or whatever I said. I was like, I'm done. Like this just isn't working. I'm ready to quit. And so my point is, stay consistent because you never know. Like it could be the very next day that something pops off and everything changes. And quite literally, that's what happened to me. Like I had the beginning. The next week, like Michael was just like, bro, he's like, please don't quit. Like you're talented, like you're consistent, you know what you're doing. Bad months are going to happen, and bad months are going to happen in every single business, guys. My dad is a business owner. My dad is a business owner that does something completely different. He doesn't even understand what I do. And he's been pretty successful. But if I told you that every single year has been smooth sailing, it is definitely not. COVID was a really hard year for us. Like COVID took out a lot of businesses, and not to get off on a tangent, but I'm just saying, like, my dad stayed consistent, and now he's about to have an amazing year because he pushed through it. Same thing happened with me. I had those 2 little bad months. I stayed consistent, kept pushing through. Michael motivated me, and then literally the week after, it's just been amazing. Like it's been 10, 20K, sometimes more months ever since then. Just bam, 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 bam. After that one, I'm going to quit. And then I pushed through, and it's been good.
100%. And like, that's something too with business, like Ronan said, you know, you're not going to be consistent across the board. And like, that's why you can always tell kind of when someone is like kind of capping about business is when they tell you like, oh yeah, I make X amount of dollars every single month. Like, there is no one who makes a set amount of money like it completely fluctuates. Like for me, some months I make 20 grand, some months I make 70 grand. It just depends on the month. But there is no set in stone solidified number. So understand that, like, I say this all the time, like your good months will offset your bad months. And in the long scope of things, like if you're looking at a whole year trajectory, if you do 100 grand in a single month, you're making double the annual American salary. Then you bang 20K months for the other 11 months. Like, dude, you're making like this 320 grand a year. So understand that, like, even if you don't have consistent months, month after month after month, it takes one good month. And it's really like a game of luck. I mean, not a game of luck. Like, obviously, you're calculating your luck. But business as a whole, guys, is like, you have to just try. And if you try every single day, you will have that lucky moment where you strike gold. But if you're giving it, like, not your best foot forward, 50% effort, that's when things just don't end up working out because you're not giving it the full, you're not calculating your luck. Like I said, right? Like, it takes one video, one phone call, whatever it might be for your scenario to like really change your life. And you have to be like pulling those lottery tickets every single day to get like one step closer to those goals. And then once you see the first like big moment, you see that first big amount of money come in, it really opens your mind to what's possible. And then you just hop in the front seat and you like just slam your foot down on the gas and you just go crazy. Like that's really what it is. So what would you say is like, kind of bouncing off of like the whole motivation thing, like what would you say is like the biggest thing that like kept you motivated to just continue pushing and like really want to make this happen? Because obviously, you know, like you said, you have those bad months and things don't work out. Like what was that main pillar for you where you're like, you know what, like I just want to keep going even if I'm eating shit right now, like I want to see this work? What do you think?
That's a good question. There's a few things. I think one of the things is like, guys, stuff is hard now. Like, you know, making money, you know, it doesn't go as far as it used to. Money doesn't go as far as it used to in this economy and in the world. And I never, you know, as a man too, I feel a responsibility to take care of my family. You know, I don't have a family yet, like my own family, but like I want to set myself up so that when that time comes, I have a wife, I have kids, like I can be at my kid's soccer game. I can be at my kid's football game. I can go out with my wife to dinner. So that's a really big thing to me is like being responsible and setting myself up for my future so that I'm not like slaving away, working like endless hours, not spending any time with my wife, with my kids. So that's one thing. I think another thing is like, as you said, once you get into the driver's seat and have that first win, it's like addicting and you are like, wow, this is actually possible. And that's another motivating thing is like, wow, this is possible. I'm not going to let go of that. And so I had that like win. And that's kind of another thing which pushed me through those bad months when I was having a bad time is I was like, I know this is possible. Like I'm just going through a rough patch. I'm just going to keep staying motivated and just keep pushing through because I know that if I do, it'll pay off, and it's paid off. So I think those are the two biggest things, just wanting to have a lifestyle where, you know, some people talk about like, you know, money isn't everything, and it's not everything, but time is everything and experiences are everything. And to be honest, you need money for that. Like I'm a summer guy. I really don't like the winter. Like I love Christmas and stuff like that, but I hate the rain. I hate the clouds. Like I want to get to the point where I can always have summer. So like come winter time where I'm at, I can just fly, new state, and go do stuff like that. So I think those are three pretty big motivating factors for me.
That's what I tell everyone, bro. Like time is your biggest asset. And that's like one of the things that's always driven me is, first of all, like who doesn't want to be like young and have money in the bank? Because you only get to experience that at one point in your life. You know, at some point you're going to be 30, 40. And if you never got to live up to those like cool tales to tell your kids, like it just feels like a waste to me. And like I said, like time is the biggest asset. If you look back at your life when you're 30, 40 years old and you just let like your whole entire like teens and 20s piss away and you have like nothing to show for it, it's just so, that like scares me so much, you know, like I think just like living up to your full potential, because look, like no one's different, right? Like I started this business model a little bit sooner than Ronan did. Like there's no difference between us. That's why he's gotten to the point where like where I was when I was a full-time affiliate, you know, there's no difference. It's just that consistency, showing up for yourself, and like genuinely wanting it bad enough. So guys, like the biggest emphasis I can tell you is like use your time to your advantage. If you're young right now, you're in your teens, like 18, 19, you're in your early 20s, capitalize on this time that you have, because it's like time goes by fast, man. Like February when we first linked up, it does not feel like 10 months have flown by. And so much has happened in such a short time. So that's why I say take advantage of those young years, you guys. Put your head down, hoodie on, headphones in, and just get it done, because it's going to pay you dividends in your future. And then like who doesn't want to be like young with a cool car, money in the bank, the ability to travel, and just like live the life that most people get to only see through like an Instagram screen. You know, it's such a beautiful thing. So I'm trying to think of what else really. What do you think about someone who like doesn't have access to brand deals? You think like just getting a TikTok shop account and starting to post, like that's the best way to get started?
Oh yeah, totally. I think that like the reason that just getting a hold of a TikTok shop account, and I'll really quickly tell you guys how I got mine, because I have a lot of comments where people are like, oh, like you just were able to do it because you have like all these followers and stuff. Like, no, that's not true at all. This is how I got my first TikTok shop account, where I had that first viral video on the sink strainer. I just posted on my Instagram and my Snapchat, and I was like, yo, if anybody has a TikTok account with over 5,000 followers, like hit me up and I'll buy it from you. And then one of my friends who I was like, actually, I'm still pretty close with, I talk with him like almost daily. He was like, oh, yo, I have a TikTok account that I don't use. It has like 8,000 followers. And we worked out a deal where I gave him 10% of what I earned. I should have bought that account for him, because I ended up paying way more. I was like, oh, 10%, like that's such a good deal. No, it was not a good deal, but
He's smart for that.
Yeah, he is. He took it. But yeah, so I did that, and then I got this account from my friend with only 8,000 followers. And it's not really a follower thing either. It's like, you know, 10,000 followers versus 30,000 followers, 30,000 followers versus 50,000 followers. It doesn't really make a difference. It's not about followers. It's about your content and the quality of your content. But going back to your question on having a TikTok shop account, it's such a great thing, because then you have things to show for. You have your consistency by posting all the time. You have the GMV, the sales you've generated. You have the views that start to add up, and then you can go to a brand with that and show them what you've done. And then you just snap your fingers and they're like, okay, we'll pay you $1,000 for 30 posts. We'll pay you $2,000 for 30 posts, whatever it may be.
Once you have the experience, it's like infinite leverage. Like you can basically ask brands for anything that you want. You could even get into, like I said, like earlier in this video, like equity shares, management roles, but it's just like getting that initial testimony. And the craziest thing is like, if you look back in time, like what, 5-10 years ago, like to start a business, you needed capital. Like you needed immense capital. Nowadays, there's like account sellers and stuff, or you can like, I have another video on my YouTube like about the organic ad method to grow accounts to 5K followers. But like with a little investment of any from like $200 to $500, you can get your first TikTok shop account and get your foot in the door to start making 10 grand a month. Like that to me is an incredible opportunity. Like there's really nothing like that. There's all these like business models that have like low barrier to entry. But at the end of the day, to start a business for so cheap, they can snowball into something, to making like your first 6 figures online, getting equity in brands, turning that into 7 figures once you release your own brand. Like it's just, there's genuinely nothing like it. And that's why I say, like, don't let this opportunity piss by you. You know what I mean? TikTok shop, like who's to say, like, I think it's going to stay for a long time. It's such a new thing, but who's to say like TikTok shop affiliates continue making the same amount of money they're making now 2 years down the line? And it's just like Bitcoin, and it's just like drop shipping in like 2016. Take advantage of these times when we're in these like new emerging markets and there's just money getting just thrown at people like no tomorrow. Take advantage, bro. Take advantage. That's like the best thing I can tell you guys. Because like I said, time flies by, and if you just don't capitalize on your time, you're going to look back at life and you're going to have a lot of regrets. And I think that's the last thing that anyone wants, right?
Literally. And I think one thing that I want to say based off of like the low barrier to entry, guys, the barrier to enter is low. And also I see something, and not to like throw shade on people, but guys, like you do have to spend money to make money. Like, you know, like you can't just expect to start making money out of thin air. And whether it's investing in like something, a learning system where you're learning, it's investing in equipment, it's investing in a new phone, a camera, whatever it may be. I used to have a window washing and a solar panel cleaning business before this. And I made some decent money from it. Like, I'll be honest, I started when I was 16. I did it from like 16 to 18. I didn't make nearly the money that I'm making now, but I was making more than my friends working 9-to-5 jobs at, like, you know, the grocery store or whatever. But I didn't just start making money out of thin air. Like, I bought a deionized water cleaner. Nobody knows what that is, but I spent like $2,000 on that. I spent some money on like flyers. I spent money on actually learning. Like, I spent a little money on a program, and it paid off. But people think that you can just like, oh, like, I can't believe I have to spend any money. You have to spend a little bit of money. And the beauty of this is it's a little bit of money. Like, I know guys in other industries where they paid tens of thousands of dollars to get into it, and that's like nothing to them. Yeah. They're like, I gotta do that. That's how it's gotta be. Exactly. So you don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to do this. Like, the barrier to entry is low.
Yeah, I think a big like principle in life is like, if you hold on to your money and you're super scarce with it, and it's like it feels like the last thing that you have, you're never gonna be able to make more money. Like, if you can just set your money free, like, money will come back to you. You have to like have this detachment from money to understand that like money is an energy game. It's a flow thing. Like, the more that you let money flow in and out of your bank, the more you're going to make. And it's just, it blows my mind. Like, I'll have people who will come up to me and they'll be like, yo, I just quit my 9-to-5. I have $2,000 saved. Like, I'm ready to go all in on TikTok shop. Like, bro, realistically, that $2,000 might not float you through your success to TikTok shop. Like, you're going to probably have to get another job. And that's what I tell people. They're like, yeah, I have X amount of dollars. Like, I'm ready to go all in. It's like, okay, first step, go get your job again. Go get, like, you need, with anything in life, you need to have cash flow. You cannot just have no money coming in and expect like for things to just work out. I mean, I think it's a great thing to put your back against the wall, but be ethical. Don't be like a complete dumbass and just go like bank everything onto, you know, TikTok shop. Yeah. So yeah, that's really the main thing I would say, guys, is like, don't be scared to invest your money. You know, have a job if you don't have any money coming in, but invest a little bit of money into something like a TikTok shop account. If you want to speed run, you know, invest into a program, learn the ins and outs of this. Go talk to other affiliates too. Like, dude, the space is so big. Like, we talk with people outside of Stay Viral, just other content affiliates all the time. Like, people are always willing to share information. Like, just don't hesitate to kind of go balls deep into this stuff. I think so many people, that's their biggest problem, is they like have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and they're like, I don't know. Just jump in, bro. Invest the money, jump into it, and it will pay you dividends in the future. Certainly. It's the best thing I can say.
Speaking on Stay Viral, I think one thing, you know, because there's so many courses out there, and that's like overwhelming. Like, I get that. Like, there's so many options to choose from, and unfortunately, like, the whole course world has a really bad rep because there's so many terrible people out there. And this is why Michael's shutting his mouth right now, because I'm not the owner, he's the owner, so I'm the one that's going to talk. Hopefully I don't diss him, but I'm not. But I think something so huge is like, this guy's an honest guy, and we'll throw up a message on the screen of one of the students in the program. And I've seen this happen numerous times where the guy was like, I was like, yo, bro, like, how you doing? You haven't sent any content in for a bit. And he's like, honestly, bro, I'm just having a tough time financially right now. Like, Christmas is coming up and I got to buy all these gifts, and, you know, I'm paying for my student tuition, yada, yada. And Michael just came in, no hesitation, was like, bro, we'll just pause payments for now. Like, no worries. And I was like, dang, like, that's really cool. Like, for somebody to do that is super cool. And a lot of people, like, they would never do that. Like, they're going to take your money and they're going to suck you dry. Like,
because, dude, the reason why, honestly, is because this is such a long game for me. Like, having a platform of affiliates is like, we can take any brand and scale them up. So like, like, obviously, like, there has to be a paywall to have people take this seriously, and like, so I can make some money, of course. But at the end of the day, like, if I can teach these people how to be affiliates, first of all, we're changing lives. You know, these people are going to be able to make their first $10, $20, $100,000 online. But second, like, that will pay me in the future. Whether or not I get to see the money from them joining the program, at some point down the line, them being an asset to a brand and me being able to be like, hey, yeah, like, X brand wants to work with us, let me put you in with them. That's everything to me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to build this as a family where it's like, we can all take over together. Any brands that want to work with us, any brands that we want to release, as long as these people have the skills, regardless if they have the money or not, being a content creator will pay you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know exactly how it goes. So that's why I see it as like, you know, you can't pay me in full, whatever, bro. Pause payments. We're going to keep getting you as a killer. And maybe 6 months down the line, you can pay me back or whatever. But the point of being is, this is a skill that will pay you for the rest of your life. I'd rather you learn the skill and focus on paying me later on or whatever. Or if I even see the money, like, the money really isn't a thing for me. You know, I'm doing all right. I don't worry about it too much, but I really do appreciate that, bro. That means a lot. Seriously.
Yeah, really.
And, yeah, guys, join Stay Viral, I guess. Yeah. I don't want to hard sell you, but if you're interested and you want to learn and work with us. Ronan's a coach right here. Yeah, if you want an AMG, I got a Beamer truck. If you guys want to work with me though, or Ronan's a coach inside of State Valley, so he's very hands-on. Yeah, you could become a coach one day potentially. But yeah, guys, really just cool opportunity. Lots of infinite growth opportunities as well. And yeah, I hope you guys see this video, get slightly motivated. Even if this video can motivate just like one of you guys, like I did my job, but I just want you to understand what's possible. Like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in this whole online money space. And like Ronan said, like courses, they get a really bad rep because of bad people. I don't want to name names, but you know, they scam their students, they don't deliver. And to be able to be like the one anomaly, I mean, there's a couple good programs. I'm not going to sit here and throw a jab at everyone, but to be one of the few anomalies that's able to like genuinely change lives, provide value for people, and you know, create something where it's like a family dynamic where like, dude, Ronan was a student, but like, this is my boy now. You know what I mean? Like we're creating families out of this stuff. Like I talk to all my students outside of like content. Like we just talk about personal shit, talk about life. And like, that is so cool as well, because one of the things about like online money, it gets very lonely. Like when you're hustling on your own, it gets very, very lonely and you don't really have anyone to talk to and like express your struggles to, or just like, even if you're killing it, like someone to be on that same page with you and like similar goals where you align. So to be able to have a community where there's just thousands of people that you can connect with on like a day-to-day basis, hop on a phone call with someone, send a quick text message to someone. Like it is so inspiring, so motivating. So just understand, guys, like there are people out there with similar goals to you. There are people that want to make this stuff happen too. And I want to see you make it happen as well. Yeah. So you got anything else for them?
I think that's about it.
All right, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Appreciate you again for pulling up, bro. I'm so proud of you to see how far you've come the last 10 months. It's been an incredible journey.
It's a dream.
And it's just the warm-up. Like, we're going to come back another 10 months. We'll have our brands established. Yep. And I'm really excited to just share everything with you guys. I hope you guys took some value from this. Yes. If you guys want to check out my channel, I have a bunch of tips and tricks to get started if you're like totally new to this. Like TikTok Shop free course, how to get an account. If you want to buy accounts inside of our community, we have all that. Outside of that, though, appreciate all you guys for watching. Make sure to follow Ronan. I'll link his Instagram and hopefully his YouTube if he has it set up by then.
I gotta set one up, guys.
We're going to get Ronan on YouTube.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, appreciate you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.